I know we're not supposed to tell people what they should or shouldn't do, but if you're teaching on Outschool and you're not teaching ongoing classes, you should. Hello everyone, my name is Miriam with somethingelementary.com. I teach teachers how to cultivate a meaningful classroom by providing classroom management tips, teaching strategies, as well as teaching teachers how to design and organize digital content. Teachers have so many amazing skills, and I'm here to teach you how to use them to make money online. When I first started Outschool, it really freaked me out to think about ongoing classes because it sounds like they're gonna last forever. Ongoing, it just goes forever, and you have to continually make content each week for that class. That's not true. Outschool classes, you at least have to have 4 weeks, but you can go, however long. You can have a year-long class. So as long as you have 4 weeks of content, that can be considered an ongoing class. The comfort in the ongoing class is because parents can join and leave at any time. So they're not stuck paying for 4 classes that they may or may not really like. As a semi-new teacher on Outschool, this was huge for me because parents need to really see my personality to know if they want to take my classes. You have some other more veteran teachers where they have a following of students who they know like their classes. Okay, this was not the case for me. So having this option of drop in, drop out, and only paying for 1 week at a time was really great for me. If you run an ongoing class, you don't just have to meet once a week. You could meet twice a week or 3 times a week. So if you're doing something like a kindergarten class or a 6th grade math class, you can meet several times a week. This gives students and parents the opportunity to meet with you several times. You build rapport with your students, and that's of course what we're looking for. And remember, ongoing classes are not perpetual. Just because it's ongoing, as long as you have the 4 weeks, you can stop it at any time. I have a science class where I only have 8 lessons. That's all the time I had time. That's all the time. I just have 8 experiments that I care to work on right now. Maybe one day I'll extend it, but for right now, I just do 8 weeks. So I see the same kids most of the time for 8 weeks, and then after those 8 weeks, I get some new students. I love this because I am a super scheduled person. I like to know what time I'm doing certain things, and I like my schedule to be the same each week. Most of the time, of course, we always have those things that come up, but running ongoing classes keeps my schedule super consistent. Speaking of consistency, the best part of ongoing classes is the consistent income. A lot of people ask me what I teach and what time I teach and, things like that. So behind me, I've got written on my board, I'm just gonna walk you through a little bit of my schedule. This is not my complete schedule. This is not even my complete list of students. But what I did is I wanted to show you the times that I teach and the class that I teach, as well as how many regular students I have in that class and what that brings me in income weekly. All right, so just know that these are the these students have been with me 7 weeks or longer. Some of them have been with me a year. So these are my really regular students. There are still students who come, who try out the class, stay for 3 or 4 weeks, they might leave. Okay, so the ones that I'm showing you have been with me for 7, 8, 9 weeks or more. So let's get started. Just a note, I do live in Texas, so these times are, my times, what time I am teaching here. And also there are lots of Outschool teachers, y'all. There is a big market, it is global. So don't just take these as the only times that work. These are the times that work for me. 1, they work in my schedule, and 2, they are the times that also filled a little bit more. So my word is not gospel, but at least it's an example. All right, so another ending note, I guess I should say, before I get started. All of my classes are 30 minutes or less. 20, 25, and 30 minutes is my jam, okay? My 1 40-minute class is my kindergarten class, and that's the only one that I do a little bit longer than 30 minutes. So you don't have to, have these long classes to be successful. Okay, I do teach ESL and grammar early mornings to a Korean, Japanese, Taiwanese, okay, all of that kind of market, Thailand, Indonesia. I have several students from there. So my ESL students, I have 14 that I see weekly. Some of them I see several times a week. All right, so After Outschool's commission, that brings me an extra 98 plus, just in that one class alone. Of course, I do teach it 5 times a week, but those are the students who I see. I have just one grammar student and I see her every week, or we've been working for 10 or 12 weeks now, and that brings me a consistent $56. I teach 2 classes, 2 sections of kindergarten, and each section is 40 minutes, and I teach it at 5:20 and 6:20 p.m. I've noticed that, a lot of kids are back in school. Even though there are a lot of students not in school, there's still a lot going to school. So I've found that after school is best for this class, for me. I have 11 students who have been coming for all 12 weeks, and that brings me an extra $216 per week. Now, though 11 students are coming each week, there are still several that have tried it out. I've kept a couple for a couple weeks, then they drop out, someone comes in. So this is not the only amount of students that I'm having. Wednesday evenings, I teach a couple of preschool students who just wanted me to be their teacher. So I don't really even have a plan. We might, sing a song. I might watch them draw, ask them math questions, math problems. Okay, that brings me an extra $26 a week just from those 2 students. I teach various classes from 7 to 8 p.m., anything from reading and spelling, and I've got several students. I've got 5 students who come to that pretty weekly, so that's an extra $40. And then the last one, from 1 to 2, this could be on a Monday or a Friday. I even have dance classes, a science class, reading, spelling, so this is kind of a variety of all of those. I have 12 or more students who come to those, and that brings me about $70 of steady income. So if you add it all up, I've got 45 students just from this board alone who are coming to me weekly. This is not including a couple of one-to-ones that I've been having the last couple of weeks. Some students who I feel like are going to become regulars because they've been with me for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. So this number is definitely growing, okay? $506 of dependable weekly income, which brings me to a $2,000 month, okay? And that's the low end if I continue what I'm doing right now, if I continue with these students, okay? So if you've been thinking about doing ongoing classes, just know it does not have to be super difficult, okay? I purchased this whiteboard, so I don't always do everything in design. I don't create everything. I don't create a printable for every class because I've noticed that not everyone even uses those printables. So it doesn't have to be as difficult as we think it is. I know you're probably thinking, yeah, but how many hours have you worked for that? All of my classes right now, the ones that are not mentioned, all of those classes, I work 15 hours on camera teaching a week. I would say I probably work 4 to 5 hours doing all of my creating and designing. It used to take me longer to design, but now that I'm pretty good with working with Google Slides and I'm understanding templates and copying, pasting, and then just changing out a few things, that has really saved my time and my mentality on creating. If you are looking to get better at designing with Google Slides, you might try my course. It is a digital design course. It is self-paced. I've recorded how I do my lessons. It teaches you everything from getting started with Google Slides all the way to like adding, little flipping things or popping things in and off the screen. And it makes your lessons really fun, really interactive, and I think the kids will love them. If you are interested in that, I will post a link below. You can click on that and enroll in the course. It is self-paced. You'll be able to just get right on with your learning. I'll also post a link up in the corner here to show you what you can do with Google Slides and also how I use them as well. Lastly, I am offering a workshop to talk about how to get more bookings in your class. I have helped several people update their profiles and look more appealing on the Outschool platform and get those enrollments. So if that is you, my class is $25. It starts on December 3rd. If you can get a seat, click the Calendly below. I hope to see you there. It will help grow your business and hopefully get you a 300 or even 400% enrollment increase as well. All right, everyone, that's all I have for you. If you like to see more videos about teaching online, teaching in the classroom, and also how to make money online, then like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.